Well, folks, it finally happened, the big one. President Trump, in his infinite wisdom, decided to slap tariffs on pretty much everyone. That's right, in early April 2025, he announced a minimum 10% tax on goods coming in from all countries. Yes, all of them. China, the EU, even our buddies in Canada. Some countries got hit even harder, but more on that later. The experts are calling it the biggest US tax hike since 1968. I'm calling it a dumpster fire in a clown car driving off a cliff. Now, you might be thinking, John, surely this is just a negotiating tactic, right? Wrong. Or at least that's what everyone thought back in the good old days of 2018 when he first started this trade war nonsense. But this time it seems like he's gone full tariff-zilla and nobody is safe. The stated goal: to bring back manufacturing jobs to America and stick it to China. The likely outcome? Higher prices for everyone, a global recession, and a whole lot of angry tweets. What's particularly baffling is that just when the world was starting to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic and the supply chain chaos that came with it, Trump throws this grenade into the global economy. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline, except the fire is our already fragile economic recovery, and the gasoline is made of pure, unadulterated tariffs. So how did the markets react to this economic earthquake? Not well, my friends, not well at all. Imagine a roller coaster plummeting faster than a pigeon trying to escape a hawk with a vendetta. That's basically what happened to global stock markets. The Dow Jones, the big kahuna of American markets, took a nosedive, dropping a gut-wrenching 1,500 points at the opening bell. By the end of the week, it had lost a whopping 5.5%. The S&P 500, another major index, wasn't spared either, shedding nearly 6% of its value, but the carnage didn't stop there. Across the pond, the UK's FTSE 100 index took a 5% tumble, its biggest fall in 5 years. Asian markets followed suit, and even the usually stoic European markets felt the heat. Germany's DAX index and France's CAC 40 both took a beating, falling by nearly 5% and 4.3% respectively. It was a bloodbath, plain and simple. Even the price of oil got caught in the crossfire. Brent crude, the benchmark for global oil prices, plunged almost 6%. This is bad news for oil-producing countries and potentially good news for anyone who enjoys driving a gas guzzler. But let's be honest, nobody wins in a trade war. Except maybe the people who sell antacids, because everyone else is going to have a serious case of heartburn. Now, you didn't think the rest of the world would just sit back and take this lying down, did you? China, never one to back down from a fight, especially one instigated by Trump, retaliated with its own set of tariffs. They slapped a hefty 34% import tax on US goods, essentially returning the favor with a vengeance. And just to add insult to injury, they also curbed exports of key minerals that the US relies on because, well, why not? The EU, while perhaps a bit more diplomatic in its response, wasn't about to let Trump walk all over them either. Trade Commissioner Maros Sefcovic, a man who sounds like he could bench press a small car, had a frank exchange with US officials, which is diplomatic speak for things got heated. The message was clear: the EU is prepared to defend its interests, even if it means a full-blown trade war. But it wasn't just the big players like China and the EU that felt the sting of Trump's tariffs. The Falkland Islands, a tiny archipelago in the South Atlantic, found itself grappling with a new 42% tax on toothfish exports to the US toothfish. Apparently, even these deep-sea dwelling creatures aren't safe from the wrath of Trump's trade war. So, what does all this mean for the global economy? Well, the short answer is nobody really knows, but it probably won't be good. Economists are freaking out, investors are running for the hills, and even the usually optimistic folks over at JP Morgan have increased the odds of a global recession to a terrifying 60%. They're predicting that US growth could plummet by 2 percentage points this year alone. Yikes! Even some of Trump's own allies are starting to sweat. Senator Ted Cruz, a man who looks like he's perpetually sucking on a lemon, warned of enormous risks associated with these tariffs. Meanwhile, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, the guy who's supposed to keep the US economy from imploding, is stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's trying to sound optimistic, noting that the economy remains solid, but even he can't deny the uncertainty swirling around like a tornado in a trailer park. The bottom line is this: Trump's tariff turmoil has thrown the global economy into a state of chaos. The future is uncertain, the risks are high, and the only thing we can say for sure is that we're all in for a bumpy ride. Buckle up, buttercups, it's going to be a wild one.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear